here we go again.
Are Legos creepy? Creepy usually describes things like zombies, spiders, and your great Aunt Matilda with the removable glass eye and the missing teeth.
Yes.
Ooh. But Legos? Yeah, Legos can definitely be creepy. And in this video, we'll break down 10 of the creepiest Lego sets that usually induce more fear than happiness. In fact, some of these Lego sets are so unbelievably creepy, they may be slightly possessed, a little bit haunted, and possibly plotting your demise.
Okay.
Case in point, number 10 on our list of creepy Legos is the Humanoid Robot Lego set. Why is a robotic Lego set so ridiculously creepy?
How?
Okay, a few reasons. Because robots are smarter than you. Way smarter. And maybe you missed it, but AI is learning a lot about us. About everything, in fact, and doing so very quickly. In fact, after watching this video, it'll probably be 10 times smarter than before you started watching. That is the unparalleled accumulation of intelligence we're dealing with. So, if a humanoid robot Lego set is determined to outsmart you, it will succeed easily. And not just smarter, robots are stronger than you. In fact, they can probably deadlift a tank if the situation calls for it. So if it makes a fist, I suggest running.
Why are you running?
Wait, hold on. That probably won't help because guess what? Robots are faster and more agile than you too.
Why you bullying me?
Yeah, earlier robots could barely move. And if they could, the motion was limited to perhaps one or two specific non-threatening functions. But now they climb stairs, they jog, they balance, and they always nail the backflip.
This is my favorite one so far.
So if you seek to confound a robot by taking the higher ground, you will be disappointed. In fact, due to its advanced intelligence, it's probably going to predict your escape route and arrive at your destination first. You know, just casually waiting for your eventual and very slow arrival. And robots just look unsettling. It might be trying to mimic human facial expressions or maintaining the same expression for every emotion. But either way, watching a robot behave more like us is definitely creepy. I mean, will we be able to tell the difference between robots and humans in the next few decades?
Nice.
If this technology continues to advance and at its current speed, your descendant's best friend could potentially be indistinguishable from other human beings. Creepy, right? And on the subject of creepy robots, our next set starts out helpful, but could turn dangerous, and holds a connection to one of the most deadly alien predators ever captured on film. The LEGO Ideas Exosuit is number 9 on our list of creepy LEGO sets. What makes such a grand achievement of speculative future science one of the creepiest LEGO sets ever?
How?
Firstly,
Hold on, bro.
take a look at
How?
hulking, threatening mechanical frame. Hit the wrong button, and those massive metal feet could accidentally stomp a nearby cosmic explorer, or a neighborly alien who simply wanted to say, "Welcome to my planet," while offering a strangely wriggled pot roast. Speaking of aliens, the LEGO Ideas Exosuit looks very much like the P500 workloader used by Ripley in the hit 1986 film Aliens. And in this chilling slice of sci-fi horror, Ripley, played by the legendary Sigourney Weaver, used this powerful mech to slap the stomach acid out of a massive and terrifying alien queen. But the creepiness doesn't stop there. Hidden somewhere in this already eerie exosuit, and as an homage to the 1986 film, an alien chest burster makes its bloody exit from the presumed organs of the unfortunate human host, complete with blood red coloration. The film-accurate texture and hue of a violently birthed alien, and those horrifying, flesh-eating telescopic teeth. This particular LEGO set rockets from an almost tolerable state of creepy to, let's go ahead and nuke the whole site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Okay, not creepy enough for you?
I mean, it's alright, like.
Really? Well, how about something that tries and fails to hide its creepiness behind the innocent veneer of a giant stuffed mascot? Number 8, it's a pair of LEGO sets featuring Jeffrey the Giraffe. Yeah, this friendly mascot ushered excited kids through toy-stuffed hallways when Toys R Us was a fixture in most malls and shopping centers. But there was always something lurking behind those giant googly eyes. Something malevolent. And these sets, perhaps unintentionally, perfectly express that unnerving malevolence brick by scary brick. Those eyes, oh, they stare right through you. Because Jeffrey's unkind brain is thinking terrible things like, I wonder what humans taste like. Or, I'm going to your home while you sleep and removing all the staples from your favorite comic book. Yeah, we know Jeffrey is truly a kind and gentle soul, but he totally gives off Five Nights at Freddy's vibes. Like a large animatronic character created to entertain children, but, you know, just possessed of a quietly simmering evil waiting for the chance to strike. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, all right. But the 7th entry on our list simply shrugs, smiles, and asserts its creepy face dominance. It's the Scala 3121 Summer Day Out Lego set, and its rather young subject, one Baby Thomas, is the epitome of unsettling creepiness. Once again, a silent, overwhelming sense of dread comes from the eyes. It's always the eyes. Baby Thomas has very large eyes that follow your every movement. They're staring, piercing, judging. And if they don't like what they see, well, there's a very good chance that Baby Thomas, who cleverly conceals his ability to walk, takes the opportunity to pour sand in your soda while you sunbathe peacefully and blissfully unaware.
And my day is ruined.
I would also like to note that I fear for the dog's safety. Is Baby Thomas entangling its rear legs with a yo-yo? Perhaps he's making the dog wear a wig, or feeding it baked beans. Baby Thomas is definitely up to something nefarious, but he'll be cute and cuddly all day until you're vulnerable or foolish enough to skip a story before bedtime. The flickering madness behind Baby Thomas's eyes is certainly concerning, but has yet to mature. There's still time for a serious intervention and consistent psychological treatment. But the person in our very next Lego set boasts a mental state that defies any therapy, any medications, or desperately administered shock treatments. His name is Joker.
My jokes were bad.
And he's the Lord and Master of Jokerland, the 6th set on our list of slightly horrifying Legos. You see, Jokerland isn't your average amusement park. Interested in attending? Well, firstly, you'll have to live in Gotham City, since that's the only location where it appears sporadically, illegally, and until Batman dismantles it.
Yeah, you already know I'm obsessed with it.
Secondly, you don't actually purchase a ticket. In most cases, you'll simply be kidnapped, and, you know, once the knockout gas wears off, you'll find yourself strapped to one of Jokerland's deadly attractions. Yeah, Jokerland looks like an amusement park, rides and all, but it's actually the twisted headquarters of the Joker, and a few of his equally nefarious but slightly more sane accomplices. It's the place where Joker lures his victims, torments his victims, and ultimately, it's a grand clown-themed obstacle course to test, hopefully capture, and eventually infuriate the Batman of Gotham City. And if you're not completely creeped out, you must have missed, somehow, the massive, menacing entrance to the twisting purple sliding board. Are you preparing to slide downward or voluntarily entering the salivating mouth of a massive voracious clown? Why does the ride labeled free fall actually go up and directly into the chomping range of an unnaturally large carnivorous plant?
Now?
I just
Really mad!
Okay, the Joker you see is indeed a monster. And unless Batman arrives in the 11th hour, Jokerland is sure to smite you with a smile on his face. What? The Joker and his madness-inspiring machinations aren't creepy enough for you? Then how about a giant orbiting space station with the ability to annihilate planets? Number 5 on our list is the LEGO Death Star playset. At over 4,000 pieces, this Star Wars set is a sizable recreation of the Empire's ultimate weapon. This LEGO Death Star, in great playable detail, reproduces the cold metallic structure housing individuals and weapons, both bent on destroying entire civilizations. And throughout this set, we find familiar rooms recreating some of the film's most harrowing, nail-biting scenes. Case in point, the claustrophobic trash compactor. Besides finding themselves surrounded by disgusting putrid waste, our heroes were stalked and attacked by a slimy, tendril-slinging creature who preferred a quiet life without screaming from poorly disguised stormtroopers. But the creepiest aspect of this set, it is absolutely, without a doubt, the Emperor Palpatine minifigure. I mean, look at this little shrunken, dastardly face. He's obviously plotting to disintegrate Alderaan. Or perhaps he's celebrating the very recent obliteration of Alderaan. Either way, his expression is sinister, smug, and undeniably ghoulish. And speaking of ghoulish, our fourth entry dwells comfortably in a world positively filled with ghouls, ghosts, undead creatures, and surprisingly agreeable monsters. Welcome to The Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington Lego Set. Director Tim Burton, the visual mastermind behind the popular gothic nightmare meets Christmas movie mashup, saturates every one of his projects in smoky, stylish creepiness. And the home of Jack Skellington is a fully awash and measured, slowly seeping horror. Jack's home is a twisted, writhing tower, built from and surrounded by cold and cluttered gravestones. And notice the grimacing pumpkins, the roaming undead, and the tower's torture-chambered inspired innards. This home is just a single armpit hair away from being considered absolutely terrifying. And Jack? Well, his own form trumps his home's obvious horrendousness. Whether it's the minifigure or a more advanced build, LEGO absolutely nails Jack's skeletal body, his stitched grin, and funeral-ready formal wear. And check out those black sunken eyes with nary a pupil, that fat bow tie, and the carefully applied pinstripes to Jack's tastefully gothic tuxedo. Yes, Jack Skellington and his home are unquestionably creepy. There's another home that features more creepiness per square inch than any real, fictional, or grotesquely animated haunted house. Our third set of creepy Legos is the Bates Motel.
We own a motel, Norman Bates.
Based on the towering, ominously lit hotel housing the disturbed killer Norman Bates, this incredibly creepy Lego set is pulled straight from Alfred Hitchcock's classic, claustrophobic horror film, Psycho. And this Lego set features an incredible attention to detail. Just look at those sloping, imposing roofs, the muted brick, the weathered wood, and that eerie solitary window residing at the hotel's uppermost floor. You can imagine the deranged Norman Bates staring down at innocent passers from this unique vantage point, contemplating the methods of his very next murder. And the grounds surrounding this unnervingly accurate reproduction, they convey the same eeriness, the same persistent gloom hovering over the grounds like a dense, light-concealing mist. When taking in this Lego set, I can't help but feel sorry for the next poor minifigure who desperately needs a room on an especially stormy night. Yes, by all accounts, and although disturbed, Norman Bates was certainly a monster. But he doesn't hold a candle to the subject of our second set of creepy Legos. See, our next entry is hands down one of the greatest monsters ever created in the history of human literature. Say hello to our runner-up. It's Frankenstein's monster. It's alive! Yeah, one of the original monsters. A creature created from the parts of those who passed. This Lego Frankenstein minifigure boasts an incomparable creepiness with its carefully printed details. That expression? It's one of rage, of hate. It's the expression of a creature determined to follow you to the end of the earth and exact the ultimate and probably very painful revenge. And again, the details just drive home the creature's nausea-inducing origin. Just look at all the staples, the stitches, and the scars. They're the only items holding this walking, easily angered mosaic of corpses together. Creepy, right? Yeah. Creepy and downright disgusting. And yes, we're totally ignoring the paperclips and band-aids considering their accents of uncharacteristic cuteness. But even a horror icon like Frankenstein must bow down to the very next and multi-legged item on our list. Remember when I mentioned spiders? Yeah, it's time to lock the doors, grab your brother's baseball bat, and prepare to defend yourself from number one. The creepiest Lego set on our list? It's a giant Lego spider. Oh, why do we have to do this? Spiders of a normal size, and even spiders no larger than a knuckle, are terrifying enough. But a spider the size of, say a large dog or especially robust cat, this is a level of terror we can't properly put into words. I mean, what does a spider this size eat? Pets? People?
Oh my.
Compact cars? And the incredibly sculpted details grant this build far more realism than we can stomach. From its facial pincers, its spindly legs, bubbling abdomen, this giant spider looks very much alive. And therefore, potentially considering its very next meal, which in all honesty is probably gonna be you, or me, or an especially appetizing mailbox.
No.
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna calm myself down. So what did you think? Are these the creepiest Lego sets that you've ever seen? Are there any creepy Lego sets we totally missed? Just head over to the comments and don't hesitate to make us smarter. Did you like this video and want to see more? Well, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for some of the most unique Lego builds and clever building tricks available on the internet.